Hi, good evening. Tim from Scott Country International. All we're going to talk to you tonight about is a bit of Rekon CT-1 maintenance. Now, I've seen a few people on the Facebook forums asking about how to maintain the Rekon CT-1, like a few legs going loose or anything like that. So I'm just going to run through that now and explain how to do that. So all you'll need is two 5mm Allen keys and a 2.5, and we'll explain that one later. So on top of the tripod, if you're saying your leg is a little bit loose, now they lock out into position, but with your two 5mm Allen keys, all you want to do is lock one into one side, counter it on the other one, and you just want to nip them in ever so slightly. They don't want to be garfed up tight, but you just want to nip all 6 of them. So you just work around systematically, just tighten them up and go through it like that, and that'll just put the tension back on your leg and it'll be locked in nice and tight to where you go. Now, for any remaining maintenance on the top of your ball head, maintenance on top of the ball head, so all I've done there is undone the little hook from the bottom. There'll be a small Allen key head there, right? That's a 2.5. So you take your 2.5 Allen key, work that in, just loosen that off. Don't have to loosen it right off. And then that'll allow the ball head to unscrew like that. Now, on the top of the ball head, you've got a small hole. Now, if you've got any play in that whatsoever, now underneath them, you've got a number of screws. So they're just a Phillips screwdriver head. Don't know if that'll focus in there. But under this hole here, you've got a Phillips screw head. So all you want to do is your Phillips screwdriver, you just nip that, and then you just spin it round to the next one, so on and so forth. You've got 4 under there, so you just spin them round until all 4 are tight. And once that's tight, with your spigot, again, you just screw that back on, like so. Nice and tight, and with your 2.5 Allen key, just back into that small hole there, you'll see the Allen head bolt. You just want to tighten that down. It don't have to be stupidly tight, but all that does then is that takes up all your play, and that just allows that then, once you unlock your azimuth there, that just allows that to spin. Now if you lock that back down, that's solid, and there's no play in that whatsoever now. That's all nice and tight. So all that does is goes back in the top there, you spin it round till it finds its lug recess, and with your little hook, now whether you put the other spigot back on or you leave the short one on, I prefer the short one being a bit taller, so it leaves it quite tight. Now if you've got any other movement anywhere from your connector on the top here, so just with your Allen key set again, 4mm Allen key, just put that on the top, just tighten that down, and all you want to be doing is just tightening that one there, and that's tightening that onto the bracket on the top there. So any other sort of daily maintenance you want to be checking, or not daily but whenever you do check it, so you want to check the tension of your legs. Now with the threads on there, all you need to put is a little bit of silicone grease on that, and that just keeps it all nice and waterproof. It's water based anyway, so you can keep that all nice and tight, and that just keeps them flowing free when you want to move them up. It just keeps them all nice and supple, and that's pretty much all the maintenance you need to do on a Rekon. Now with the saddle, with your 3/4 inch camera plate, all I like to do, you can use a flathead screwdriver. So see this adapter plate, I just like to get an Allen key in there, give that a spin on itself, and then make sure that's nice and tight. That just locks back into place there, and that's now solid again. So you do that up, and that is it, absolutely solid. Now you can put a tiny bit of silicone grease in your ball joint there as well if you want, so gives you a bit of movement, but they're fairly free anyway, so they're all good. Now moving down to the bottom where you've got your rubber feet. There are two options on that one. You can either have your spikes or the rubber feet. Again, I just like to put a tiny little bit of silicone grease on them because they're the ones that are getting into the elements, again in the water or the wet ground. They're stainless steel anyway, but I just like to put a little bit on there just to keep them nice and waterproof and lubricated, because they're the bits that are getting the action all the time. So that's it basically, a quick rundown there just how to maintain your CT-1 tripod. So any other questions, just fire them away. Now if you like this content, please like, share, subscribe, comment and hit that notification bell to see when our new videos are coming out. You get notified every time. Cheers.